Hey guys, it's Michael here from Power Church. Just want to dive into Empower with you for a minute. Hopefully, you've had a chance to log in and kind of browse around and see Empower. Maybe you're a Power Church customer and we've been able to import your data for you so that you can browse names that you're familiar with and contributions that you're familiar with. But today, I just wanted to jump in. I wanted to just kind of walk through some of the real simple basics of the layout, what you can expect and what you can expect to see. So let's jump over to Empower as it is. And so first thing you're going to come to is your login screen. Clicking login will take you to your dashboard. And so as it comes up, I'll tell you, remember, this is customizable for each and every user that you have. You have unlimited users with Empower. And so if you have different ministers or different leadership that wants to see different things when they log in, be sure to go ahead and create their usernames, which I'll go over in the next video. But they can go in and customize this, drag it, drop it, move these tiles around so that you see what's important for them. And so up here at the top, this is our top toolbar. You'll see the kind of different big level categories that we have up here. And clicking on each one of those will bring a drop down menu with some more specifics that you can click on. So if you click on membership, that's where you'll see households and people. Remember, those are two different levels of seeing your membership. And then you'll see activities, attendance reports, contributions will be contribution related categories or pages, events, self-explanatory. Check-in, it's going to give you the option to go to the manned check-in, which is where you'll check in from the kind of the back end of the system, where you'll have somebody standing there to check in. And again, messaging is going to give the messaging related pages right here. Utilities is where you're going to find all the kind of the upkeep, the options. Right here is going to show you where you can kind of customize your Empower and database, and security is where you add users, and then you can update some audit logs and things like that. So let's jump over to membership and households to kind of give you a breakdown of how the screen looks. So you logged in here, you can see, and this is all sample data, so these aren't real people. But if you've logged in, you've kind of seen the layout of Empower most likely. But I want to give you kind of a breakdown of what we call some of these screens. That way, if you jump into our knowledge base or you start asking some questions, we'll be able to kind of be on the same page of where we're talking about. And so over here on the left-hand side of the screen, I believe I can draw right here. So over here on the left-hand side of the screen, this is our what we call our navigation pane. And so in that navigation pane, you're going to see where you can select, since we're in households, you can select different households, you can select different people in the people screen, you can select different contributions or deposits in the contribution edit or the deposit screen. And so this navigation pane is going to be where you kind of walk around through the program itself. Over here on the right side of the screen, all of this is going to be what we call the detail pane. And so in the detail pane is kind of like it sounds, is going to show the details of the person or the household or the contribution or the deposit that you've selected. And so you'll see all those details over there. And so there, the detail pane, most of those detail panes also have some tabs in there. And so if you see right here, these are going to be your tabs. And so if you click through some of those tabs, you'll see, so it starts off on contact by default. You'll see the attributes of, again, we're in the household screen. So the attributes of the household, you'll see the household attendance, the notes, the reminders, the attachments, etc. for whoever you have or whatever you have selected over there. And then up here at the top of that detailed pane, you're going to see your options. These are going to be your actions. And so the kind of the detail pane toolbar holds your actions. And so if you want to add somebody or add something, you're often going to find that button right there. Delete, same thing. Tag, you can tag from that toolbar. You can archive, which is kind of a soft delete. You can you're just hiding them and the information from the screen and from searches. And then over here in the more, you can click and it's going to have a drop down. And so this is for your households and your people screen primarily. You're going to see kind of some mass options. And so under here, you can mass update households. If you want to update more than one household, kind of in bulk, you can mass email, mass text message. Depending on who you have searched through your households, you can print out mailing labels or get those ready to print, and then you can create a CSV file of a mail merge. And so it's going to pull all the information that you would like to have for a mailing, a paper mailing. You can print out a CSV for that so that you can import that in and do whatever you'd like to with it. And so that's kind of the breakdown of what we see when we log into Empower. We're going to go into some further detail in some future videos. I want to point out one more thing while we're here. And so if you're in the trial, it should automatically come up. And if you don't see this for any reason, do reach out to me at michael@powerchurch.com, and I'll be glad to make sure that it loads in your app. But when you log in, it should have this blue question mark down here in the bottom right-hand corner here. And so clicking on that is going to bring up kind of a help section for you. And so this is our knowledge base. Everything's loaded within the program, right inside of it. And we're going to be able to search. You're going to be able to walk through some different action steps. There's a few guided steps where we'll kind of walk you through different processes that you're going to do inside Empower. But you can also search. So if you're having trouble with something, don't hesitate to click on that little button and you can search. So if you want to search, say you're entering contributions, you can just search for contributions and it's going to show you the different folders. So maybe there's something that's specific if you're recording contributions or you're working in the funds, or down here, these guides are going to be the actual guide. So it's a kind of you've got chapters and you got action steps, and so if you clicking on any of these is going to bring that up right here in this little window, so you can both look at what you're doing on the Empower screen and work with kind of a help or how-to section here. A lot of these have different steps, so you can walk through those. Most of them have screenshots. If you want to see those screenshots a little bigger, click it. It's just going to come up in a little pop-up window right there, and you can exit out of it as needed. When you click it again, it should come up to where you were. There you go. And so you can kind of see where you were. If you want to go back and you want to search for something else, you can do that. If you don't want it kind of laid over in the screen right there, if you go up to the help button at the top of the screen, you can click on the documentation right there, and it is going to take you over to the knowledge base in a different tab. And so you can see that there. If you have any troubles with any of that, don't forget that with Empower, you do have unlimited support. And so give our support team a call at 1-800-486-1800, or you're welcome to email support@powerchurch.com. We're happy to diagnose whatever you're working in, whatever steps you may need. Or if you have any trouble, you should have my email as well, but it's michael@powerchurch.com. Hopefully we've already been in contact or you're getting this email from me. But don't hesitate to reach out if there's any trouble with Empower or you're wondering if this feature is possible. We're here to help. We want to make sure that your church is served by us, and in serving, we want to provide you the most beneficial tools so that you can minister well. You can minister as easy as possible, and really be a good steward of the ministry that God has given you. So we hope that this finds you well. We hope that it is a great tool for you guys, and don't forget to kind of follow along. You should be getting some emails as well if you are on a trial or have subscribed for Empower with some just tips and tools for making the most of the new tool that you have. All right. Thank you guys. See you soon.